Hey there, welcome or welcome back. This is So Says Kez. My name is Kerry Ann. I'm a menopausal Gen Xer who literally has had enough, and I think there's a lot of us about at this moment in time. Disclaimers, these are just my thoughts and opinions. I speak on behalf of nobody else, although I speak on behalf of fucking everybody on the planet, and also I swear. Now, the other day was my birthday. You'll probably notice if you've been here before, I've got rid of the red. I couldn't stand it from the second that I had it. I don't know if this looks any better, but I am so much happier with getting rid of that fucking silly colour. I had a conversation with my son yesterday. He's always been really brutally brutal with me, but I know I can trust his opinion. I said to him, like, oh, what do you think of this? Like, I said I didn't like the red. He's like, no, neither did I. I'm like, no, it did suit me. He said, to have that sort of colour, to go with that sort of colour, you've got to, like, kind of, and I went, be pretty. And he's like, yeah, pretty much. Like, yeah. He's like, you know, like, you got to be, like, Instagram worthy and shit like that. And it's like, yeah, that's fine. So, yeah, new me. Birthday was shit. We won't even get into my birthday. It was crap, but it did start off good. I had a really cool Saturday night, Sunday morning, and then the rest of the day was just fun. So we'll just leave that there. So today, wait half a minute and a half, because I've seen something that made me feel sad. Like, obviously I've not been here for a few days. I just go when I feel to go, and I saw this thing this morning and I was like, for fuck's sake, when are people gonna notice, when are people just gonna notice what's right there? And basically this young lass, 17 years old, just outside of Amsterdam, was stabbed all the way up to her neck by these words. That makes me think she was stabbed multiple times, but she was murdered. This 17-year-old girl by what they call an asylum seeker, right? I've just watched fucking, like, so I'm just going to go in with all the things that I've fucking seen, because just talking about one thing, everything fucking ties in. Just watched a disgusting interview. Disgusting. Richard Madeley, if you please. They had an elder lookalike competition for him that was won by a pug in a wig, which, cracking. We thought it was hilarious. At the minute, I think it's disgusting. Him and a lady talking to this man from Reform who's saying that we need to start deportations and whatever, because we do. I'm sorry, but we do, because how much crime do we fucking have to see? Literally, how many of us need to get fucking raped before we realise that men from other countries rape people? It's advertised to them on fucking TikTok, for God's sake. They are brought here with the knowledge that they'll get free fucking everything and all the women are whores. I ain't making this shit up. But it's like, oh no. And they're like, what about our international obligations? We ain't obliged to fucking house rapists. We ain't obliged to say, oh, these people are fucking... And don't get me wrong, I've had this channel for 17 years. Please feel free to go back. Everything that I have ever said is still up there. And the other day I watched a couple of my old ones back and I'm like, yep, 100% agree with it. 15 years ago, it was about Christianity, mate. Don't even say that I'm just coming for Muslims, mate. I came for Christianity 15 fucking years ago, and I stand by what I said then, right? The ultimate taboo. It's my most watched video ever. It's got 21,000 views, and it's for a sickening reason, because people clicked on it because they wanted to see about fucking incest and paedophilia. That's why I have a 21k view video. Nobody else knows who the fuck I am, mate. I'm shadow banned to fuck because they know why. Anyways, right, so it ain't, like most people don't, it's not for yet, but trust me, it's coming. But yeah, everything that I've done is there and whatever. And literally, I've been saying, you cannot bomb a fucking country that did nothing at us, then invite the victims to come and live here and not expect war on our home turf. I have been saying for 17 years that I am expecting a terror attack or a war on our soil, because literally fucking Afghanistan didn't do no tatters and Iraq didn't do no tatters. This was all done by them bastards, mate. The people who own all of the governments from every fucking country, the banks, mate, they have orchestrated everything that we see on the world stage now and everything that is coming. And because things are so dark now, we can tell that there is something bad coming. You know, how do you boil a frog? You know, like that kind of thing. And it's just been getting more and more ridiculous over the years. Anyway, on to the fucking pub. And I'm so sorry. Did I forget the disclaimer that I do tangent? I'm not professional. I don't speak like other people. I don't script anything. I don't plan what I'm going to say. Literally, all I've got for this one is this little girl and the two little girls in Dundee. But we'll get to that in a minute. So this young lass, this 17-year-old girl in the Netherlands, like just outside of Amsterdam, was stabbed up to the neck. So multiple times. She was murdered by an asylum seeker. Oh, bless him. It's their moral obligation to take him in, isn't it? Good on ya, the Netherlands. Good on us, the UK, fulfilling our international obligations, right? He'd already raped somebody. He'd been arrested for raping someone, and then a few days after that he attacked somebody else, he sexually assaulted somebody else, and then a few days after that he committed murder. He wasn't deported when he raped someone. Now I'm not in the Netherlands, I'm not going to call out that country and whatever. Anybody, anywhere, you fucking lay your hands on a woman in a different country, you should not be in that country. I'm racist for saying this. You know what I mean? I'm considered racist. I'm considered Islamophobic for pointing out that literally it's in their law that if you're not wearing a hijab, that white women are for sex and Muslim women are for marriage. Like literally, and they will... they get together and they pray 5 times a day. Every little boy is brought up from birth knowing in his soul that women and children are lesser than him and that everything on the earth is put there for his worthy ass. I was in live the other day for the Caribbean Carnival because I thought, I'm never going to get there, let's face it. So I thought, let's have a look and see how it's going. I was in there and there was this chap, absolute fucking, do you know what I mean? Such an idiot, right? And he's literally in there. Guess his religion, if you want, put it in the fucking comments, right? And he's literally saying that everybody is beneath him, that his religion is the worthiest religion on the planet and whatever, and we're all just scum and whatever. And then he said that everybody in the chat was uneducated. So I was like, know a little bit about it. So I said, so your prophet didn't marry a girl at 6 then? No. And you will get this, if you speak to anybody from this particular religion, you will get the likes of this, because I've seen it on other things where they're challenged about it as well. Joseph didn't get Mary pregnant, because obviously he didn't, so argument out of the water in the first fucking place. This chap said he was 90, Mary was 12, right? And it's like, right, okay, cracking, but the whole of Christianity isn't brought up from birth told that they have to emulate Joseph from the Bible. But I didn't know he was fucking 90. Sorry, finish your sentences, Kaz. I didn't know he was 90. I couldn't give less of a shit. The only thing that I believe in the Bible is the words of Jesus. And if you want to get your hands on a King James Bible that has the words of Jesus, printed in red, right? Wholly recommend it. It's the only bit of the Bible that I agree with, and I agree with everything that he fucking said. He came to warn us about them bastards, the people who take the uppermost, the dress in long robes and take the uppermost table at the feast. They're not of God. These aren't religious people. They claim to be religious people, and guess what? They're fucking running the whole of Christianity now, mate. Always have done. Because the Bible is the word of evil people, evil men, human beings. It wasn't written by God. The Quran wasn't written by Allah. It wasn't even written by Muhammad, was it? But literally, do you find, when have you ever found a member of Christianity called Jesus? It's considered blasphemy, mate. In this particular religion, half of them are called Muhammad. And they are told that they have to emulate him. And this guy married a girl at 6 and took her virginity at the age of 9. And they're told that that's what they have to do. And up the road from me, there's a mosque next to a fucking primary school that's going to be open as soon as they've fancied it up. And literally, the Leicester Labour-run council couldn't give two shiny shits. I've said it before, I'll say it again, I'll never get tired of saying it. And yes, I have it on video. Our local Labour ward councillor said there's no such thing as Muslim grooming gangs. And the police said if I was going to continue to talk about the safety of women and children in the area when that mosque turns up, they'd get up and walk out of the meeting. That is how much we're protected. Now, I ain't saying that this dude that murdered this little girl in near Amsterdam, I ain't saying it's a Muslim, but a lot of asylum seekers come from Muslim countries, one of which is Somalia. Somalia that has the laxest, that's only just acquired in the last decades rape laws, and they're loose as fuck. And then they're allowed over here. And like I say, there was one, you know that these people are fucking sex hungry when they're looking at something like me, mate. And I was in the pound shop last week, went uptown, get my nails did. And this guy, I walked up to him, and obviously I have quite sizable bosoms, right? And he looked at these, and literally he followed, because I'm good with it. Most things I could completely pass me by. I ignore fucking everything, right? But if I'm interested, I can watch without looking, if you know what I mean. And he'd been around somewhere else. He clocked me baps, and literally his eyes followed me all the way down the shop, and then he came after me, and I don't know, and then at the bottom he sort of I'd bent down to pick something up that I'd actually gone down there for, and he hung around a bit, and then he went. Now I don't know whether he thought that I was, slaggy Western woman who was leading him off to, come this way, let's have some cheeky sex. I don't fucking know, but I know, right, that it is intimidating a lot of these people. Learn Leicester, we've 300 and some hotel housed immigrants in Leicester, and it's gone up by 40 and whatever, because our local Labour council is literally paving the way. My MP is a Muslim. My MPs, and literally this is loose gossip shit, but look it up. Chokat Adam, his name is. But his brother is set up some kind of sect, and his campaign manager is in prison for terrorist-related offences. And he is, under his watch, we are now having a mosque, despite over 3 times as many people officially saying no as saying yes. Literally, we don't want it. And something that I've been noticing recently, there's lots of sort of stuff that's alluding to things would change during lockdown. And I don't know, don't research and whatever, like I just look at whatever comes up and whatever. But if somebody wants to have a look at this, of the numbers, I don't know how you find it, of when this shit happened. Because I know since lockdown and the Ukraine shit as well, we had a load of Ukrainians. And I find it hilarious that most of the Ukrainians have gone home because England's so shit. That they were advertised, come to England, you can have everything. We'll give you a free house. We'll give you all of the fucking money. Just like the war-aged men on dinghies are being told, except the Ukraine, not so much of the old white women and slags, put a balaclava on and the yours. A lot of them came over as families and whatever. And, and a lot of them have gone back because it's so shit. Not these war-age men, mate, because they get luxury hotels, free fucking food, their beds washed, new clothes. Literally, it is idyllic. This and the people who would call me racist are going, and actually I did actually see somebody say this on a video, like, oh yeah, a holiday, that's all right, sleeping in a hotel for a couple of days, that's all right, but that's no life. That's no life to be stuck in a hotel for years. Are you on fucking crack, mate? Literally, what people say to justify this is out of this fucking world. Watched some footage of the protests at the weekend. I'm so sorry. I'm so sweaty. Look at me. Look like Shaking Stephen. And there was this guy who was on the Stand Up to Racism. And it's, the lefties. I was called a lefty right up until now. Now I'm far right. Fucking couldn't make it up, mate. Anyway, so this dude, somebody's interviewing him and like, why are you doing this and whatever? And he's like, oh, you've got to be more tolerant and all this lot. And then started going on about like, oh, the problem is capitalism. We've got people who, who run the world like for their own personal gain. Fully with you, mate. On the opposite side, I'm a far right Nazi knuckle dragging thug now. Used to be classed as a loony lefty, right? But fucking, So I'm on this guy's side because at the end of the day, we need to overthrow the fucking patriarchy. The guy interviewing him, what do you think about the purpose of these protests? Women being afraid for their children, young girls getting sexually assaulted, and this man, I fucking shit you not, went, oh well, I don't know anything about that. What you fucking protesting against us for, then, mate? Literally, absolute insanity. I think everybody. You need to know that Somalia has really fucking lax rape laws and has only just got them. Above anything, you need to know that a certain religion that is currently aggressively taking over our country has amongst one of its core beliefs that white women are slags and their sexual property, because if we're not wearing a head covering, we're their sexual property. We need to know what they are teaching people and bombarding them in their head 5 times a day, that literally we are scum. I saw this video of this lady of this particular region in America kicking off at this bloke that she'd attacked. He'd cut her up or something. She'd thrown water over him. The police weren't having it. She's like, you're not allowed to do this. You're not allowed to arrest me. You're not. And they ended up arresting her. All she did was stand there. She called the bloke racist. She called everybody passing by racist. She called the police racist. And everybody was an Islamophobe. Every single fucking one of them. The amount of times she said Islamophobe or Islamophobic went into the dozens. And then in the back of the car as they're driving away, she said, you should have I gave you the opportunity to bow down to me. Bow down to me. This is the most dangerous thing on our planet. Nigel Farage would say the most dangerous, well, he has, I've just read it. He said that the most dangerous thing is unchecked immigration. And yes, that is one of them. But the followers of this particular religion are already here and already spreading, and the leaders of this country, be they Labour or Tory or whatever, because this has been going on for decades, are literally not even allowing it to happen. They are encouraging it to happen, and they are literally paving the way for this to happen, for a religion who is told that there is no lower age limit on child marriage. Somebody has to stand up and fucking protect the women and children. It's not going to be the government, and it's not going to be the police. So who's he going to... Actually, I do spend a lot of time doom scrolling. That's why I come up with all these little things. Saw this thing this morning of this Irish chap, and he's speaking to this fella from Jordan who'd just been given money by the government to set up a halal meat business. Now, if you've not seen my video on halal, like literally, I'll tell you now what I think of it. I think it's the most barbaric fucking thing. I think it's absolutely disgusting. And again, Taqiyya, Taqiyya. This religion has, as part of their code, lying. Their God is known as the Great Deceiver. They are told that they must lie to get away with being them and infiltrate and take over the world, right? So literally you will hear, oh no, it's a beautiful thing. There is a bit like this, they get a chicken. And then there's a priest that stands over the body going like, no, that obviously that's Christian, like, because they have their own song, obviously. And it's some bloke with a fucking machete in a blood soaked, you know what the Manchester Arena would have looked like had somebody blown himself up in it. Looked like that. All of the walls covered in fucking blood. Just taking sheep, slitting the neck, Bismillah, no! In the name of Allah, Allah is the greatest. It's just some bloke with a machete going, Bismillah, 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 and then the fucking sheep are crying and trying to get out of this trough that they're being transferred in while they bleed out. Like, there's nobody standing over them. They're on their own as soon as they've had their fucking throat slit. Like, literally scared, desperately trying to survive. Don't know what's fucking going on. It is brutal. It is brutal, but we're lied to about it. Just like with this mosque up the road, my friend who's a Muslim said to me, I said, oh yeah, so, you know, like, what, you're a Muslim? Yeah, I'm a Muslim. I'll tell you anything you want. And I'm like, well, you know, like, I really want to know about this mosque. And his first words that they all say, we bring peace. Lies. Taqiyya. Utter lies. There is no peace in rape. There is no peace in kiddie fiddling, mate. There is no peace in lying. There is no peace in you join us or you die. If you leave us, you die. And if you just ain't us, you die. Do you know what I mean? That is not peace. It is the most disgusting, vile religion. It's not a religion because, like I've said many times, any religion comes down to inner peace. It comes down to love, how the earth can work together to progress the lives of everybody on it. This is why I don't believe in Christianity as well. I don't believe in anything that brings division, because God is something that resides in every single fucking one of us. And what is happening in this particular cult directly contradicts what God is. And do you think that God isn't going to do something about it? And when I say God, I don't mean a man. I don't mean some hairy bloke on a cloud. I mean the element of human nature. We all have God and Satan within us. It's good and bad. And it's your choice whether you choose to live a good life or a bad life. And in this particular religion, there isn't anything good. I don't see anything where it isn't progressing anything but their particular personal core values. This nut job that was in the chat, the carnival chat the other day, and he's like, oh, Islam accepts, we're the only tolerant ones, we accept people of all colours. Excuse me, but half of Christians live in Africa, mate. Like, nah. Do you know what I mean? It's like, literally, Christianity teaches if you see somebody without, bring them in, help share. That's how come we've got all these fucking asylum seekers in the first place. Asylum seekers, boat hoppers. I'm sorry, but I'm going too far down. Let's go back to the boat hopping migrant dudes, right? It's like, they're not all fleeing war-torn countries, right? A lot of them are island hopping. So they'll go and they'll commit a rape in Germany, get on a fucking boat, go over to France, commit a rape in France. Of course, they've got no documents. Nobody knows what fucking crimes they've done. Then they come over here. Because we're the ultimate goal. Actually, no. The island chap, this guy was interviewing this Jordan man. The government had paid for him to start up his own business. Now, apparently, and you know, like doing quite well. Only been here 6 months, got a business. Only been in Ireland for 6 months, and he has a business and a house, and he's like, oh, I love it. I love it over here, much better than Jordan. Of course it fucking is. Everything's free. Then we have a Kurdish barbers up the road, and fancy as fuck, right? We used to have a barber. She went under during COVID. Fucking lovely woman. These lads seem nice as well. You know, I ain't dissing them, right? I am dissing what they've been given, right? Because apparently they were given 30 grand. Now, I've not checked this up because I can't be asked for researching. I'm just don't want to bog myself down with it. Otherwise, I wouldn't pick up the little bits if I focused on one. Do you know what I mean? But that might be true. Let me know in the comments if you've heard anything like this. But this lady, you could tell that she'd set that up. She'd got a bench, a wooden bench. She'd got like nice wallpaper, like a couple of mirrors. It was basic as fuck. I don't know if she had signage. Not sure, right? But it was homely, and she'd done it really well on a budget. You know, like it got standard chairs in and this and the other. These two young men, these two young Kurdish, they've got fucking gold chairs. You know, the big barber's chairs, they're blue and like gold fucking everything. They've got a light outside the front, a shiny fucking spinning light, huge signage across the top. That has taken serious fucking money to set up that barber's. Bearing in mind, there was a woman who'd done it without any government assistance. And she was shut down during COVID. Yeah, everything fucking shut down during COVID. We all know that it wasn't about a virus. We surely know that by now. The sheer number of deaths from the cure sorry, Robert Smith, like literally should show us that it was never about that, right? But that's not what this is about. But a lot of stuff happened because since COVID, all of a sudden, I have a multicultural estate, and there are people on my estate that do not speak my language, and they've just come out of nowhere. And we can't get houses. There are 16,000 people on the waiting list. I just heard that once a couple of months ago. Probably a completely different number now. But there are thousands of people trying to get a house in Leicester, and they can't, literally because of the colour of their skin and where they were born. Don't tell me that that's not racism. But you can't be racist against white people. It's not allowed. It don't fucking exist, does it? We can only be racist against people who are coming in, raping our fucking kids and getting free room and board for the bloody privilege. And if you go follow AY Audits, I think is the one that goes round to the to all the asylum hotels and whatever, and all the security, all the people that work there, you get 1, 2, like I've seen 2 in all the ones I've watched, 2 people working there that were actually white. It's all, none of them are English. So is this the sector that the foreigners are filling? Because, you know, obviously Nina Mishkov said that, like, oh, we need more people in the country because we've got jobs to fill. And I did say on a previous video, and I think I still stick by it, that I think that part of the reason that they're letting all these people in is so that the population stays the same, so nobody knows the amount of people who were taken by the medical experiment. It's like, mate, you still got the same amount of people as you did in 2020. Don't know what you're on about. It could be. I don't know. All I know is this little girl in Amsterdam, near Amsterdam, lost her fucking life. To a man who'd already been arrested for rape and they didn't detain him and say, well, shit, mate, in your country, this might be all right. In this country, it ain't. We're going to make sure that you don't integrate with people from this country because you're a danger because of the country you come from and the morals that you were brought up with or the religion you follow, in which case, if he was a follower of this particular religion, it's in his job description to take white women. Like, we're not told that. Why is it? Because if everybody knew that these people are told that they have to not just follow a nonce, emulate a nonce. If somebody came to you and said Jesus were a kiddie fiddler, right? How many people do you think would still follow Jesus? No, because that goes against your inner fucking moral code. And yet we're just saying, like, don't give a shit what your moral code is. Don't give a shit what you were brought up believing how to act with other people. Don't care. Like, literally, it's like, yeah, so you think we're shit? Come in. Let me put a kettle on. Sit yourself down. Do you want a machete? I'll have this arm off first. Oh, bless you. Fucking insanity, the way of the world at the minute. Because we're not being told the fucking truth. And the truth is, I said it out loud, I'd get myself shot. But I've already said nonce. You know? Oh, fucking hell, it's ridiculous. And I'll tell you another thing. I saw 2 girls in Dundee, 12-year-olds, little girl with a fucking kitchen knife and an axe. Because this Johnny and he's the one recording it. These girls going, oh, look, shoddy knife. Yes, dirty girls, look at these. And it's like, literally, I'm going to leave it on this, right? Do not let your kids go out of the house armed. Because in today's society, in any society, it should be the same, right? It just so happens that if you're an asylum seeker, you can get away with it, right? If you're of a certain religion, you can get away with it. But normal white folk, not a given. But I would say whoever their parents are, they need a slap round the dish, right? I get it. Kids ain't safe. And this guy had attacked her friend, right? She shouldn't have had a knife. She shouldn't have had a fucking axe. Do not arm your kids, because your kids will end up, if they ended up actually hurting somebody, they've got to carry that for the rest of their life. And we are not from this religion. It is not okay. We feel hurt for other people. We have empathy for other people. We are good, right? That's going to fuck you up unless she's grown up in a vicious household and a mum and dad are crackhead Colin and Karen and who the fuck knows, right? Do, however, if you have young girls and boys, remember that in this particular religion that I'm speaking about, it is being gay, not okay. Bumming little boys, perfectly fine. Trust me, I am not making this up. I am not sensationalising shit. This is in their law that they can't be gay, but they can take little boys, right? So if you have a child, make sure that they have a rape alarm at the very least. I have this stuff called, because apparently pepper spray is illegal in the UK, which I think that we need to get those laws changed, to be fair. I think that we need to have more of personal protection, but definitely a rape alarm. And I have this criminal identification spray, which I think is the same stuff they stick in bank things, you know, the thing when the cases explode and the money just is tainted. So you spray a motherfucker with this, and then if the police decide to go after them, big if, right, they can't wash this off their skin. And if you get it in their eyes, they ain't going to be able to see for a little while, just as a side note there, right? Do what you can. But at the end of the day, teach your kids to fucking scream if somebody puts their hands on them. Because I remember when I was little, had a lot of this, you know, be safe thing. There was this guy curb crawling when we were little, so we reported it to the police. The police went, had a word with him, everything was fine. He didn't come round again and whatever. No, police doing police work. Fucking God. It used to happen, kids. We used to have a functioning society. I'm sorry, but that's long gone by now. But we used to have, you know, like, public service. I don't know if they have adverts like that on the TV anymore. Public service announcement, Green Cross Code Man, that kind of thing. Stranger danger. Teach your kids to be aware. Like I said, I don't know anything about these Kurdish lads. I do know that they are quite bitter about having no Kurdistan anymore. Like, politically, they are quite bitter. But two young girls, and the mothers are just stood there watching these two girls, like, because they're good-looking lads, right? And these two girls, like, you know, around about 10, one under, one over, sort of thing. And then there's all these fucking older men coming out. No, just no. I shall continue, like, literally, I shall continue reporting on everything that I see, even though nobody watches me. I don't care. You'll notice, by the way, I've taken everything down because that's all there now, because we don't need to be advertising BTS. I do have this. Got myself this. Here's some more from little metal sign from Temu. Like, literally, if you want personalised shit, go to Temu. I've got myself a new bag, a towel with my name on. I don't know where to put it. Don't know whether, but yeah. I just tried to put it up and look shit. I've got to do something. Dry myself off. Get a bloody hairdryer. Anyways, right, I'm going to 40 fucking minutes. Shut up, carry on. This is what happens when you don't speak for a while. So I'm going to go and leave you with just hang in there, peeps. The more of us that speak out, the more of us educate each other to the danger of being taken over from inside by a religion that says that kiddie fiddling is required and that lying is required. Don't forget, this mosque, they're like, oh yeah, we're setting up a food bank that will benefit the whole community. And I've seen the floor plans and it ain't on there. Taqiyya. Familiarise yourself with words like taqiyya and taharush, which boils down to sexual harassment, but also gang rape. Like, don't trust a religion that says that gang rape, that gives it its own fucking word. Does Christianity have a special word for secret lying to fucking further the cause? Does it have a word for gang rape and sexual fucking harassment? Is everybody required to have the same fucking name and wear the exact same fucking outfit? And if you don't, It's worse than Henry VIII. Sorry, that's an old video, that fucker. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for coming. Please come back and never forget that I love you all. And if you are a part of that religion and you've had enough, set up a fucking movement for the love of all that is actually holy. Because holy is in there. Not let's shaggy, little murder. That's not God. Sorry. Thank you for being here. Please come back and never forget that I love you all. Bye.